Hey guys, here's a quick little tutorial for GoGuardian. First of all, you can get to GoGuardian through Clever. So you got your little C here for Clever. You head over to, hey guys. Hey guys, here's your quick training for GoGuardian. If I'm sound a little scratchy throated, it's because there's lots of smoke outside. So there you have it. So anyway, you get to Hey guys, here's your quick GoGuardian tutorial. In order to get to GoGuardian, use Clever. Little C up here should be in if you have. Hey guys, here's a quick tutorial on GoGuardian. And if you're in the CMR, you can get there from Clever. And then if you don't have it in your favorites here on the top, you just scroll down until you find it. It's got this little triangular type shape. I like to favorite it, keep it up here so we can see it. And you just click on it and it brings you to the home screen. Now, your classrooms should all be set up for you already. They should all be imported. You can also add classrooms, and this is a great feature. Especially if you're a sped teacher or you want to see a cluster of kids that are all in different classes at the first time or at the same time, not the first time. So I can create the classroom and call it whatever I want to call it, give it a description, change the color, all of this good stuff that you can go through on your own and check out. When I click add, I can add by email and I can add all the students that I need in here. And then that classroom will be only populated by the students that I want to see. So if I have to monitor several kids that are in different classrooms that I'm not teaching, I can create a classroom with just those students. And for today's usage, for today's training, I've actually done that with my own daughter in a classroom because we're going to look at hers. But before we get there, right, this is your home screen. Should have all your classes already set up for you. There's a few things down the menu here. We have classroom, we have scenes, we have calendar. There's a really good feature. You can schedule your sessions so you don't have to do it each time. And then we have student reports. Today in this, I'm really going to just get you on to using GoGuardian. So we're really just going to look at classrooms and I'm going to start by looking at scenes. So scenes are really great. These are scenes I have created, but I'm going to just start a scene from scratch for you. And when you create a scene, what that is what will show up on the students' computers when they first log in. So if you are a K-2 teacher or even at, I guess, any level elementary school, this might be really good for you to push out those tabs for your students. When they log in, they will already be there. They do have to be on their district accounts, and they do, for the most part, have to be on a district device. But as long as they are, those tabs will be already pushed out for them. In this case, we have allow mode. All websites will be allowed. If I put it in blocked mode, I can add websites that I want blocked. In this case, it'll block everything except for what I'm pushing out. I can also add websites here that I want blocked. This is where you manage your tabs. This is where you add tabs to have open for the students. So in this case, I already have some that I've added, but really all you need to do is go grab the URL of anything that you want to have that open for the students. So if it's Dreambox or if it's Google Classroom or if it's quizzes or anything that you want, you can add that. You just add the URL, grab another one. I want their drive open, add that. And you can open as many or as little or as few as you want. And if you're like, oh, I don't really want those slides open for them, I can remove it as well. I can also limit the amount of tabs that the students have open. Once I'm done with my scene, I hit save scene and it sits here. So if I have a scene I want to open every Thursday or every Friday or for math or for anything, you can have those created and have them ready to go. And I'll show you how to apply those scenes in a minute. Now let's go back to classrooms. I'm going to start a session. It's as easy as clicking on the classroom. I can pick how long I want that session to go, 2 hours, an hour and a half, a custom end time. However I wanna do it, I can do it. And here I can apply a scene. So, that test scene, I could select that. I'm not gonna apply a scene because my daughter's actually in class right now, and I don't wanna push it out to her and have her have extra tabs open she doesn't need open, but this is where I would create that scene for the session. And then I simply hit start session. Now my classroom's only gonna populate with 1 person. Yours would populate with all of your students. I always turn the chat on so I can communicate with the student. You can see here a little, it's tiny, but a little chat bubble popped up here to show that I am on here chatting with her. A couple things I want to show you across the top here before I get to what you can see the student doing. Timelines. This gives you a timeline of what the student was doing online. So it shows you what they're doing now. She looks like she's on Google Classroom. I'll show you screenshots later. You can take a screenshot of what the student is doing, and that's really nice if you want to reinforce, hey, you're doing a great job. Look, I caught you doing this. It's awesome. You're doing a great job. It's also great if a student isn't quite doing the right thing. So you have a little backup if the parents are like, well, my daughter said or my son said they were doing all their work. And I can say, well, look, this is what they were actually doing, and not doing their work when they were online. You can call students, and this is a really great deal. So if you obviously you have all your kids on a meet, on a Zoom meet or a Google Meet, I can call kids individually and help them here. I found it really successful to use these calls here on GoGuardian and just the chat feature because then the kids are just asking me the question. They don't have to ask in front of the entire class. So let's go back to the scenes. So let's look at what happens when I click on her individually. I can see that she is in a class with students. She's in a breakout group. That's good. I can see her other classes that are happening here or other tabs that are open. This is all good. All right, she's doing the right thing. If she was doing the wrong thing, I could close that. I can chat. I can say, or I can say, do you need any help? Um, I can call the student. I'm not going to call her because she's in the middle of working, but I'm going to go through the process of calling her. So if I really wanted to talk to her and do a one-on-one call, I hit call. And then I can have my microphone on, or my camera on or camera off. So sometimes I'll start with camera off just because it might make the kids, you know, might make the kids more willing to speak with me if our cameras are off, and then I press start call, and it'll connect us together, and I can see what they're working on. I can see um, their screens, and we can have a conversation about it, but I'm not gonna call her right now because she's in the middle of class. Okay, other things you can do is you can exclude the student. If I see them doing something really wrong, I can exclude them from the session. I can open a tab for them. I use this a lot I teach 7th grade social studies, and I don't create scenes for my kids, because they're generally able to get to where I want them to be. Um, so what I do is sometimes if I see a kid that's strayed off of where I want them to be, I will open the tab I want them to open. Or if they can't find it, if they're like, I can't find the assignment, where is it? I'll put that on and it opens the tab for them. I will tell you they can close it right away. And that's happened a couple times where I open a tab for them, they close it, I open it, and I have to in the chat say, please use that tab. I can lock their device. And then I can, like I said, I can take a screenshot and then it saves that screenshot if I need it later. When I wanna end my session, I can end it. One last thing is the off-task alerts. I haven't really used those because I'm watching what they're doing, and that's my off-task alert. So, I have not used those, at all. I think I don't even know what kind of alerts yet. And then screenshots, here's that screenshot, and I can save it to Drive, or I can download it again if I wanna send a quick email and say, "Hey, you're doing a great job, awesome work." I could use it for that, or I could use it for other purposes. And then when I'm finished, I hit end session. gives you this little prompt. You can do that if you want, but you don't have to. And then what it'll do is it'll give you a timeline of what the student was working on. And let's see. This should be more populated, but it's not. I started the scene probably after she was doing what she was doing. It's got my screenshot and list of commands, which I'm not sure what that is. But anyway, that's your just basic. This one is a super basic, getting you on a GoGuardian, getting you started. That's really all you need to know. I do want to show you one last thing in the chat bubble here. This does stay connected to the scenes you have open per class, and you can see it'll alert you on this chat bubble when you get any. As long as you're running your classroom, your session is open, you'll get alerts from any student that tries to contact you. All right, and that's it for your basic walk around of GoGuardian.